That's worse.
I love her. She's awesome. And goofy, makes everybody laugh every practice, every game, every routine. I really appreciate her. And thank you for
Your way, again.
Jordan.
Still.
Stand right in front of us.
She did really well this year. Towards the end, she was getting it. She did really well. I'm very proud of her. Zoe, this girl. These 4 girls, I don't know if you guys know, but I never did cheerleading in high school ever. If it wasn't for these girls, we wouldn't have had routine. They helped. I tweaked it a little bit, but most of the time they made the routine. I'm very impressed with them. It would have been a hard year. This girl. I really appreciate her. Like I said, she helped do the routine. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have it. So thank you. You're helping out a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having patience with everybody, including me, showing me what the routines are and the movements. I just know all of that. Good job. Zoe. So, I didn't know this, but this is Zoe's only second year doing cheer. I gave her the most improved. I would have never known, nobody would have told me this was her second year. She is awesome. She definitely deserves it. I'm very proud of her. All right. And you got most enthusiastic. Like I said, she was always laughing, keeping everybody upbeat, very positive throughout the whole season. I really appreciate it. All right, I gave Brandy most dedicated. This girl was almost at every practice. The only practices she missed, she was sick, and there was a reason why she wasn't there. But other than that, she was there, making sure all the other girls had their stuff, very organized, doing the routine, getting the music together. I really appreciated Brandy. Jasmine, I did most valuable. Again, if we weren't there, it would have been a rough season for me. Thank you very much. All the rest of the girls aren't here. Ladies, you were loud. Some of the other cheerleaders on the other team. Yeah, as you guys know, I'm very impressed with you. You did a very good job. I appreciate everything you did this year. I hope to see you guys next year. Good job. So Jasmine and Brandy have something special. One of the girls didn't make it, but they wanted to still talk about it.
So this is the Captain's Choice Award. We're giving this award to
for this year. And Bethany, I haven't seen her, but she kind of helped me when I first started. I was kind of lost, so she helped me out a lot. And so big round of applause for the parents. And I'm just going to jump right into the awards. Jaden Dahl, great kid, had a great year, very enthusiastic, had a lot to say always. I think our whole team had a lot to say, but Jaden Dahl, great job, and I don't think he's here today, but good job. What's that? I'll just say come up when they get to. Yeah. Wade, old Wade, had a great year. He was timid at first, but by the end of the year, he was coming, loving practice, you know, and he improved a lot. And I can't wait for him to come out next year and kick some butt. Good job, Wade. Charlie. Charlie was very great. He was very, not always, first couple weeks, wasn't always, focused, but by the end of the year, very focused, was willing and eager to play, wanted to run the ball, wanted to kick the ball, wanted to do everything. So I'm very proud of him, and he had already committed to playing next year, so I'm very proud of him. And Hayes Pedwell, another fabulous player. I wish I could have got a little more out of him. I was a little nervous sometimes, but that's okay. He did great. He really picked it up. His first year player. We actually had 15 kids on the team, and 10 of them were all first-year players. So I'm really proud of these guys. And as a first-year player, he did very well, and I'm very excited for him to play next year. So good job, Hayes. Boaz, this guy was an animal, straight beast. I mean, I would be scared to play against him. So he was our heart and soul of the line. On defense, he was an animal. I'm going to miss him next year a lot, and I hope him the best in his football career. And I hope you the best. Good job this year, Bo. Chase, first-year player, had to stick him on the line. He was battling all year. He got lit up quite a few times, but he never gave up, stuck through it, and proud of him. I can't wait for him to come back next year. Good job, Chase. Good job. Jaden Henry. Great football player. Him and Boaz were just my go-to linemen. They were just beasts on the line. They did so good. And defense. Very proud of Jaden. He was most improved, I think, out of the whole team, and we'll get to that later. But good job, and see you next year. Dempsey, great job this year. So proud of you. Sometimes I had to keep him focused, tell him what he had to do. But once I hammered into him 100 times, I didn't have to tell him again. So I appreciate it. That was every game. So it wasn't like the first game that I said it and then he got it. It was every game, but it was okay because he did so good. I'm so proud of him. Hey, good job. Harper Felice, she did great, improved so much, was making tackles by the end of the year, and in practice we had some pretty tough practices, and she stuck through it, and in games she did great. I'm so proud of her, and I cannot wait for her to come back next year, and great job this year, Harper. Cass Griffith. This guy was pretty darn good. He didn't play a lot last year, so this was his first starting year, and he's very proud of him. I didn't think it was good cry. I'm not going to cry. But I am just a very proud father, and I can't say enough. Good job, Cass. Connor, he was my quarterback. He had a lot of responsibility, and he did so well for all the pressure that he had to take. I yelled at him only a few times. He was my go-to quarterback dancer on the field. But I'm very proud of him. He did very well, and good job, Connor.
Good job.
Carter, it was great. By the end of the year, this kid was laying some of the biggest kids out on our team. I mean, he was just, all the fight in the world. He, would get knocked down, he would cry, but he'd get back up, and he'd get right back in there. And very proud of Carter. Good job, Logan Jackson's not here today, but Logan did great, and I hope he comes back next year. Good job, Logan. Okay, toughness award is going to go to Chase Carlton Farrell. He would get laid out, teed off on, and he would get right back in there. And like I said, we needed him on the line, and he did so good, and so proud of him. Good job, Chase. Jaden Dahl was our Rookie of the Year. He, first-year player, I think it was our second practice. We did a passing drill. I just kind of want to see where everyone was at with their hands, and he caught pretty much almost every ball. And I was like, man, that's my center right there. He's going to be holding the ball, touching the ball every play. He did really, really good. I'm really proud of him. Jaden Dahl, Rookie of the Year. This is the Sportsmanship Award, Harper Felice. Our team at times was, they loved to hate each other. They were constantly picking, trying, everyone had to be first in line. Harper never said a word. She just, yes, coach, no, coach, or she never just said no. She just did everything I could have asked for, and she was great. Harper, good job. Most improved, Jaden Henry. Just great. I mean, his improvement was off the charts. So proud of him, offense and defense. Really stepped it up, did great. Proud of you, good job. This was best lineman, offense and defense, Boaz. He probably had, I can't imagine, he probably had at least 200 pancakes this year. Every time we snapped the ball, there was a kid lying on his back. He did great. I appreciate it. I'm going to miss you next year, and good luck. Good job. MVPs goes to Cass Griffith. I think he had 32 touchdowns, probably close to 3,000 yards. I think his best game, he had 7 touchdowns and probably 300 plus yards. The kid was an animal. It's absolute beast. So proud of him. Couldn't have done it without you, bud. Thank you.
You guys make this happen. It doesn't work without you. So thank your parents for that football. We had a hard season this year. We got matched up with some tougher teams than we have been the last couple years. we had a couple less players than we had and a few more injuries, but these kids played tough. Everybody got a lot of playing time, which was fun. Hardly ever coming out. Playing with injury, playing through injury, even broken bones. So I'm really proud of this team. I look forward to playing or coaching them next year and the kids that are moving up, watching them next year. So good job, freshmen. First of all, Channing Klein, he was our four-back, he was our cornerback. He was good on defense. He was the fastest kid on the team. Good job, Channing Klein. Hunter Ross.
High five, bud.
You played middle linebacker, left tackle. You played hard. You're a good sportsman. You're a good teammate. You made me proud. Good job, Hunter. Dylan Lawson. Yeah, this kid is tough. He's very tough. He broke his wrist in his hand middle of the season, and he didn't skip a beat. He played right through. He wrapped it up with foam. The refs kept coming over to him and squeezing it, making sure that he wasn't going to clobber somebody and give him a broken tooth or something. But I'm proud to coach Dilly. You're a good kid. He was my defensive end and also power tackle. You played hard. You lit kids up. And when you got hit, you got right back up. Good job, Dilly. Oliver McEwen, we're going to miss you next year. You played really good. You're a great cornerback. Hardly ever let anybody get around the end on you. He also played two-back in a few games. We were short on players, and he was a good blocker. Great teammate. Good job. Thanks, all. Dylan Lee, he's the beast. We handed the rock to Dylan a lot, early and often, and he would put his head down. He would light kids up on defense, and he would put kids down on offense. So I'm proud to coach you, Dylan. We're going to miss you next year. I look forward to watching you. Dylan Lee. Cyrus Rollins. He's fast. He's fast and he's got great hands. And he throws his body all over the field. He really is a good player. I'm proud to coach him. We lose you next year too, which is a bummer. But I'll look forward to watching you. Thanks, Cyrus. David Markham. He plays like an MVP almost every game. He's throwing his body around. He's flying around the field on offense and defense. If he gets a hold of the ball and it's an open field, he's going to beat every other kid there. Good job, David. Proud to coach you. Billy. You're awesome, Billy. I appreciate that you played this year and 2 years ago. I coached you both years. She played safety and on the line, and really wherever. If we asked her, she was there. She never complained, never cried, never whined. You're a great teammate and a great player. I'm proud to coach you, Billy. Jackson Martinez. He struggled a little bit after the first game. He had a medical problem with his foot, and so he didn't play for 5 games. But when we really needed him, we asked him to come back and tough it out, and he did. And he played the last 4 games, I believe, and he played strong. The very last game, he ran faster than I've ever seen you run. All of a sudden, he was a sprinter. And so next year, I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Good job, Jackson. Thanks, man. Henry Polk.
Yeah, woo!
Good job, Henry. Henry's a great kid. He never complains, doesn't whine or cry, and he's always will get in there. If you ask him to do it, he will. I really appreciate Henry. He's a kindred spirit, kind soul. Good job, Henry. Owen, he was our center and our nose tackle. not very many kids could push him around, and he would push everybody around. I've coached you the last 2 years, and I appreciate you, Owen. I look forward to you continuing playing, and I'll see you in baseball season too, probably, or basketball. Good job, Owen. Jackson, please. Jackson's like a two-tone player. Sometimes he will, it's like lightning, firing off, going crazy, and sometimes he's not into it that much. But this year, you definitely gave us more than I thought, and you impressed me. I hope that continues, Jackson. You were lighting kids up the end of the game, or the end of the season this season, so good job. Thanks, Jackson. All right, MVP, Beast MVP, goes to Dylan Lee. Almost every game he would get hurt, but he would play through it and practice through it. That's why you're getting this, is because of how tough you were. And sometimes he was getting the punishment every single play, and he'd still get back up. You definitely won the game for us playing Orcas, because we handed you the rock probably, I don't know, 50 times or something. And you kept doing that power, and every time you'd get back up and do it over again. So I really appreciate you, Dylan. Beast MVP. Dylan Lawson. Toughness Award. And he is tough. He proved it to me, and he proved it to everybody. His hand was broken, and he went out there and didn't cry, didn't whine. You're a tough kid. I appreciate how you play football. Thanks, bud. Jose Gonzalez. He's not here today, but he got the most improved. He never played a down of football, and he came in. At the beginning, he didn't know what to do, and at the end, he was lighting kids up. He'd go right to his spot. He knew what to do. He was most improved. Good job, Jose. Channing Klein, defensive MVP. Channing would constantly chase guys down. There was a lot of shoestring tackles that were saving games for us, saving touchdowns. You were all over the field. You always did what I asked. Thanks a lot, Channing. Sportsmanship Award goes to Hunter Ross. Hunter was always helping kids up from the other team. If he would knock a kid down, he'd shake his hand, or if he got knocked down, he'd get up and shake his hand. He was a very good teammate and player. Good job. Offensive MVP goes to Cyrus Rollins. You were fast. When we asked you, you would run tough. That last game, you were all over the place. We had 2 other kids get hurt, our starters, and you came in and ran solid. I really appreciate it. Good job, Cyrus. 2018 freshman, Tiger freshman. Good job.
All right, we got the Friday Harbor Juniors champions. These kids started out early in the year, at the beginning of the season practice, and we knew they were going to be good. They came out, and they just played well from the beginning, and they just kept on getting better as the season went on. So they did a great job. No points given up all season. 380 points scored and none given up. That's pretty impressive. Good job, boys.
Oh, yeah. Well, this Wiley's not here, but
Oh yeah, I forgot he's.
yeah. Florida. But anyways, Wiley's a great kid. probably one of the smallest, actually might be the smallest kid on the team. Well, besides Jaden, second smallest. But took a punishment. I mean, he would get hit, he would get hurt, cry for a few minutes, get back on the field because he didn't want to let anybody down. Great teammate, good player, Wiley. Cody, where you at? Cody played middle linebacker for us, and he got in there at running back, and he did great. He did what he was supposed to do. He kind of looked like Bobby Wagner out there. Not quite as much swagger, but he was good. He did good. He did great. Great job, Cody. Chris was the, I guess, would be the enforcer of the team. He was the running back. I don't know how many touchdowns he had. I lost track after like the first 20. I mean, it was a lot. 34? 34? A lot of yards. Anyways, he was the horse of our team. If we needed 6 inches for one play, just to get a first down so that we can keep moving.
We get 60 yards.
We get 60 yards, yeah. So, and defense, just punish kids. Great, it was an honor to coach you, and good luck. Jaden Harrison. Okay, he's the smallest kid on the team. Correction. Pound for pound, smallest kid on the team, but played bigger than any single one of these kids out here. He got matched up against every single big kid on every single team when he played nose guard, and got so many tackles, it was unbelievable. And it was just incredible to watch you play, and I can't wait to watch you in the future, bud. Good job. Pierce was fun to watch. He played linebacker. He was our quarterback / running back. Whenever we needed a big play, Pierce was always there to do it. He would motivate the kids. He was always first in line, wanted to be the best at everything, and he's really good. And he was the best. I can't wait to watch him in the future. But good job. Marcos. I've coached Marcos for a few years, and this kid, he is amazing. He's going to be an amazing linebacker or defensive end, and a running back or a fullback. He can put hits on people that I've never seen for his size, and it's awesome and fun to watch him. And I can't wait to watch him in the future, bud. Vincent, first time out, right? First time football player, and it was hard because a lot of the kids have already played. He didn't know what he was doing. He came out and started putting through his effort, and I believe his first play, he went in. The ball popped up. He was playing on defense. He was a nose guard. The ball popped right in his hands. Recovered the fumble, tried to run, and then the guy pulled the ball out. But still, how many times does that happen? A kid gets in there, his first play, gets a fumble recovery. That was amazing. I can't wait to watch him play. Andy's a player that he has a can-do attitude. He'll play any position. You ask him anything, he'll do it. He's a great kid, all-around kid. He played great on offense, and I put him in on the line. Defense, put him at defensive end, linebacker. Great kid, great player. Can't wait to watch him in the future, bud. Julio.
Mention the
If you guys don't know Julio, this kid probably one of the hardest hitters I've seen on the team, besides Chris. But Julio was unbelievable at his position this year, and he just every game, every practice got better and better, and he's going to be incredible when he gets older. And I can't wait to watch him in the future. But great job, Julio. Victor had the most important job on the field. He was our center. And, and kicker. I don't know how many points he had kicking, but he had a lot. And actually, the high school coaches and players were impressed with him. Just seeing him kick at his age and what he was doing. Thought I would tell you that. But this kid, he would do anything you tell him. He's an amazing center, and he played defensive end for us at the end of the year. He started at defensive line, but he closed down the defensive end spot so well. He did a great job. I can't wait to watch you next year, bud. He is a kid of a few words. Very quiet, but that's one of the football players you want. Someone that's quiet, that goes out there and does his job. I think maybe they've only passed it to him a handful of times this year because they're afraid of him. He is an amazing defensive back, and you are by far the best defensive back we had in the league. By far. Night day. And I can't wait to watch you again. Come back, please. Ooh, Stevens. Okay, Steven, this kid with his background being in wrestling, he was our offense and defensive lineman. He was my pulling guard. And this kid would get matched up probably almost on every single team's biggest kid and would absolutely dominate. And I mean, these kids would be about that much taller than him. And he would put these kids down and just move holes and create stuff. And this kid, pound for pound, is one of the toughest kids I've ever met. And it was an honor to be able to coach you this year. Thank you, bud. Gavin. Gavin had he played both ways, offense and defense on the line, both ways. He's an amazing blocker. He's a good lineman. He's an enforcer on the line. I mean, him and Steven side by side were just incredible, making holes, and his defensive game was amazing. His last game of the season in the Super Bowl, he had a pick six. He had double-digit tackles. I don't know what happened, but he went off that game. But hopefully you choose this over soccer next year. This kid's he's a stud. He played on the outside and contained the outside on defense and made some tackles and caught up the kids, and I didn't think it was even possible. But some of the hits that he put on kids and the catches he made were incredible. He was our tight end / I guess receiver. But he scored some touchdowns and looked great. I can't wait to watch it in the future, bud. Nick. So Nick Nick was another kid he was one of my other linemen that you put him there, you know the job's going to get done because he can do it, and he never gave up. 100%. He was a go-getter, and the most incredible thing about Nick that I truly love and I appreciate about him. Every single practice, every single game, it doesn't matter if he was hurt, injured, if it was his worst practice, if he cried, if he ran condition, he would come up to every single coach at the end of the game and say, "Thank you for coaching me," and shake our hand. And I love that. Hayden. Hayden was he was put on the line too. He was my left tackle, which in our offense is tough because you don't have any help around the outside. So he would always get mismatched and have two guys and try to figure out what to do. But obviously, with not giving up any points and scoring 380 points, he knew what he was doing, and he held down and did a great job. I can't wait to see you again. Right here. This is my buddy Atreya. This kid, no matter what, always has a smile on his face. And, you know, he was a little timid at first this year because he's playing with bigger kids, which is perfectly normal. But by the end of the year, I had a little thing I wanted to try, because I wanted to see how big of a heart he had. I actually swapped him and Hayden in positions, and I put him as my left tackle. And he was the smallest lineman, pound for pound on the team. And his first play, he went in there, Chris scored a 60-yard touchdown because of his block. And from then on, I kept him in there, and he played great. He's an amazing kid, and I love your smile. It's contagious. Keep doing it, bud. Go. Okay, so Victor. So Victor gets best lineman. It starts with the plays start with Victor. He's the first person to touch the ball, and he's the general of the offensive line. Great job, bud. Defensive MVP, Jaden. So, Jaden, with his size, I mean, led probably almost every game of tackles, just because the kids, he would make the tackles in the backfield before the ball would even get to the running backs or before it even get out of the backfield. He's that quick. Good job, bud. Okay, most coachable kid, Julio. So, Julio, anytime you needed, anytime you wanted to tweak something with his stance or give him a little critique or help him or coach him up, he would always do it, but at 100%. Not just try it, he would do it, and he would succeed at it, which made him a better player. And your most coachable player, bud. Sportsmanship, Pierce. Pierce was punishing hits on kids, and he would get punished and get a hit big, but he would always turn around, help kids up, and he had an amazing class, and he was just an amazing kid to watch, and it was just so much fun to watch him. Good job, man. Most improved, Steven. Well deserving of this. This kid was amazing. He was an amazing lineman. Just keep doing it, dude. You're going to be great. Good job. Offensive MVP. Chris. Well, Chris had a couple touchdowns, maybe a few games with over 10 rushing yards, but you know, for the most part, he did pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. This kid was amazing. He did everything you asked him and then some. And he pushed his team to succeed and to push his team, and he was a great leader. And I was an honor to coach you this year, dude. Congratulations. Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to Lainey. Is Lainey in here? Thank you, Lainey. Obviously, all the parents. Big thanks to the Sotos in Santa Maria for being today. Taylor. He videoed all our games. He's videoing this.
Find on YouTube.
Yeah, and everyone else that helped, you know, I mean everyone here, but yeah, it was a great season and we're excited for next year. So thanks everyone for coming. Yeah.
Not here, but everybody gets one. We're kind of piggybacking on someone's cool idea from a couple years ago. Exactly. Thank you. Darcy has offered to be volunteer. On the back for you guys. Where's Cash? I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. I know Sean was leaving the house like an hour early every morning, so he would leave work early to go to practice. So, thank you. Thank you. Why don't you guys put them on for a picture? Yeah.
Did Rob have it? Rob, do you have that box?
This one right here?
Hold it. That number.